And as the push continues for peace in Ukraine, here at home, hundreds gathered on the steps of the old state capitol in Raleigh today to mark the 3rd anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Our Sean Coffey was there, and he joins us now live from Raleigh tonight. So, Sean, this was one of several rallies that were happening across the country.
Yeah, that's right, Bianca Dewan. That event earlier taking place amid several rallies just like it, including a large one yesterday in Washington, D.C. that drew thousands. And in attendance, of course, were members of the local Ukrainian population, including some who fled the country after Russia invaded in February of 2022.
It was a huge challenge to just survive.
Natalia Bondarenko still remembers those moments after Russia invaded her home country 3 years ago Monday. She was in Kyiv when the full-scale invasion broke out, while most of her family remained in her native Mariupol.
My whole family, they were there. My parents and my grandma, all of my cousins and nieces and nephews, they all were there under the siege with no food, no electricity.
Not long after that, Natalia left her homeland behind, settling in Chapel Hill with her son.
I am responsible for his life also, and I guess I didn't have a choice. I needed to save my child as first thing.
She was one of the hundreds that rallied on the steps of the old state capitol Sunday afternoon to commemorate the 3rd anniversary of that invasion, part of a weekend filled with similar rallies nationwide. Elena Kozlova-Pates is a Ukrainian-born U.S. citizen who helps run the group Ukrainians in the Carolinas. Elena was one of the many speakers at Sunday's rally, which included Ukrainian music, speeches of solidarity, and emotional reflections on the last 3 years. She said as peace negotiations continue, and in the wake of President Trump's comments on social media last week that Ukraine started the war, it was an important day to stand for the truth.
It is tough. It is tough, and it is helpful to have those who share the truth with you, stand side by side.
It's a message that elected officials who spoke Sunday, like Morrisville Council member Steve Rao, say is important to amplify.
An attack on democracy anywhere in the world is an attack on democracy everywhere, and that this could happen if Ukraine is not successful and Russia takes over Ukraine. Then what would prevent, someone from invading Poland, Moldova, others?
While our local Ukrainian population tries to find reasons to stay hopeful.
Most of this crowd is Americans. So most of them have absolutely no blood relations to Ukraine, but they strongly believe in the idea of freedom and they value that.
Elena is one of the many local volunteers that's worked to get aid and supply to Ukraine since that invasion 3 years ago. She says one of the large drivers and points of events like today's is keeping people engaged, not only in helping support causes like that, but also calling on their elected representatives as this issue remains in the political spotlight. We're live in Raleigh. Sean Coffey, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.